Welcome back to the Runs podcast. Nick, you were sipping on a cup of tea after a rainy run, is it?
Yes, mate. Need something to warm up. Been out just on 10, 11 miles, and it was absolutely freezing cold rain and horrible, as usual. Yeah, so couldn't believe how cold it went. Quite rapid. So, yeah, I'm still freezing because I just got out the shower and trying to get this to warm me up.
10, 11 miles. You must be talk me through it now. You must be in the business end of your block now, right?
Yeah.
Is this a big part?
Yeah, last 4 weeks.
Part, is it?
Yeah, I had a bit of a down week last week. Dropped mileage a bit. 5 days on, 2 rest days, and then now ramp it up for a month now. Yeah, 1 month hard now. Big volume. Big as I've been doing for a while, and yeah, 1 race and then 2 week taper and regular rock and roll. So yeah, it's like say a 10-mile run now is just a normal Tuesday night start of the week.
Yeah.
I was hoping to do a bit more.
Are you doing any 3s and 4s or anything?
Yeah, I will have it depends where I get to with my weekly mileage. A Friday I might now need to do a 3 or 4, but that's rare now. Now this week I want to ramp it up. But I did 5 yesterday because I knew it was going to be shorter for time tonight with us recording. So I would like to have done maybe a 13 tonight, but so I've split it over the 2 days. Tomorrow will be a session, so don't really know what mileage I get in then. And yeah, then a long run weekend, and yeah, there might be need for a 4 or something on a Friday or Sunday. We'll see. But they're very far and few between.
No, exactly. Must be nice to be able to train for your marathon. Fair play.
Yeah, because what's happened to you when you chopped that ankle again?
Oh, bloody hell, it's probably my own fault, because I done it last Wednesday. Remember I joked and I said, Rod wanted to go on the trails, and I said, no, I'm not going on the trails with my fucking ankles. Yeah. I done it when I was with Rod running along a canal, and we looked back and it was just thin air. But it just went under my foot. But like I said, at this point in my life now, my ankles are so fucked that they're just like elastic. So I think it's just being pushed straight. It just goes under my foot. It probably looks like a cartoon and then whaps right back out But I carried on for another 2 or 3 miles, obviously, with Rod, and then I had a couple of days rest, and then I tried to do my long run on Saturday because we were busy on Sunday, didn't I? And I spoke to you the night before. I was like, shall I do this? And you said, might as well give it a try. And if I hadn't texted you, I would have tried 15 miles, 7.5 out and 7.5 back. But I thought, right, good idea. Laying outside my house is 3 miles long, so I thought, I'll just go, 2.5 actually. Fucking, I found out yesterday, on the weekend. So I thought, I'll go down there, come back up. If I'm fine, I'll go back down and come back up again and then find 5 somewhere else,
Yeah, exactly.
But I went down, I got back, and it started to niggle, and I thought, I don't need to be a hero to finish London Marathon, do you know what I mean?
You don't, especially now. Yeah, with 6-7 weeks ago, you don't need to panic now. I know it must feel like that because I was with Jordan on Saturday and he's having issues. And like I said to him, it's not ideal. Like I say to you, it's not ideal, but you've still got time, haven't you?
This is, I reckon this is the last possible chance to get injured and still have a good hit out there once. Obviously, if I can come back by the end of the week on a weekend, I've still got 6-7 weeks in it. So
exactly.
This is probably the latest I could get injured without fucking hitting the big red button.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, say if it's only just a twist or a slight strain this week now, hopefully it'll be all right.
There's no bruising or nothing. No. So but then you think there's no bruising, you think that's good news, and then you sit down and you think, actually, that might not be good news. You start overthinking it.
We're no
Why
doctors.
Isn't there bruising? What's happened? Yeah. But my ankle feels right now. The swelling's gone down. But like I said, my toes feel funny. I don't know.
That's very weird. That is toes from a sprained ankle.
And it's all fucking attached in it. So who knows? But we'll find out, don't we? So hopefully now, I don't need to rush back this week really, and perhaps get a couple of miles in the end of the week, and then try and do a bit of a longer run on the weekend, and then. There's no point trying to play catch-up now, is there? And then try and fucking by hook or by crook the weekend after do 18 and the weekend after do 20, innit?
Yeah, see how it is, see how it feels. maybe rest the rest of the midweek, try the weekend, and even if you just go and do one long run, if it feels all right, try the same again. Like start out on your lane.
Yeah, same
Feels
place.
all right. Crack on.
That reminds me, when I was going to sleep last night, I thought, right, in the morning now I need to order some K-tape. And I haven't ordered any K-tape. So...
Do it now.
Let me
Get
it up on my arm. There we are, it's up on my Amazon. Oh, nice, pink. On brand, fantastic.
Perfect.
But yeah, so that's what's going on. Yeah, but I'm not too disheartened because I ran a 6:11 in Manchester, fucking about, and I'm in much better shape this time than I was this time last year before Manchester. So a week's rest has never done me any harm, like. So we figured it out, don't we?
Exactly. A week rest don't do anyone any harm. Just the mind tells you it has.
The internet fucking tells you it has. Yeah, so fuck the influencers.
Yeah,
but I'm not getting onto that again this week.
No.
We had a good reaction from her. I was a bit weird about last week. Worried about last week. Because when I listened back to little bits of it, I thought, oh, went a bit hard on her. But people agreed. People that want to buy gob strips. It's fucking mad, yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, you've got to see it as it is, and how you feel and where we come from. Or the side of running where you're coming from, this shit that annoys us.
We can sit on our soapbox because the people who listen to us are on the same soapbox, isn't it? And the people that we are on about don't even know we exist, so...
Yeah, true.
Who cares, like,
Yeah.
Happy days. We were out on Sunday.
We were.
Sunday morning. We headed down to Llanelli, didn't we, for the Great Welsh... Is it Great Welsh Marathon it's called, yeah?
Great Welsh Marathon, but also had a half and a 10k this year. Yeah, and Pembrey, isn't it? Pembrey Country Park. Bit of a task getting in, but what can we do when there's one sort of way in and out and they got shitty barriers?
Yeah.
Can't
it's a task getting into them.
Yeah, it is.
When it's quiet.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of familiar faces, though. I enjoyed my time out. It's an hard one to spectate, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good day. We got wet and cold again, but it was a good day supporting people we know. Obviously, like I say, there's one loop in the park that we've got to sort of to see and support on. And then the half and the marathon, they're out and back, and you can't really follow that from there unless you've got a bike, and we didn't want to be dickheads riding around on bikes getting in people's way. So stayed put by the finish, saw people coming back on the half, the 10k, the full. Yes, spent a good afternoon, good morning, wasn't it? A few coffees, my cake. Good day out.
Yeah, some coffee.
Supporting.
My cake was soaking when I got home because I just put it in my pocket and I got home and I was like, oh my god, that is soggy cake now.
Yeah.
It was like... It came up on my banking as well, and I was driving home, and obviously because there weren't much signal down there, it popped up. You just spent £11 in McDonald's. I was like, what?
What?
I'm in the car, like, there's no McDonald's. I thought, oh, that's weird. But then the money looked about the amount of money I'd spent on 2 drinks and a cake.
Yeah.
And then another one popped up, and I thought, I've used my card down there twice. So they must, I don't know what happens there, but they must use McDonald's, the same network as McDonald's or something. But I was like, oh no, because I had to cancel my cards a couple of weeks ago because of some fraud. So I was like, oh, I don't need to be doing that again. But I guess then I figured it out like a fucking true detective.
Yeah,
then it must be them.
Poirot.
I know. Yeah, we enjoyed having a little watch. Sam and Mike joined us. Mike, who wants to be known as Mick from now on.
Yeah.
For anyone sees Michael Hill, he wants to be known as Mick.
I'm sure brief.
And I've been photoshopping his head.
Mick.
Since then, I've been photoshopping his head onto famous Micks and sending them to him. You can never see, like.
Can never see, but the glare is mad. No, it's the glare, but you're going to have to send it to me.
I will. It's Pam. Mick and Pam from Gavin and Stacey. But yeah, Bodie was down as well. The dog that led us to Alex Bell. Yeah, happy days. It was nice to see him and have a chat. I had a chat with Lizzie. There was a problem with the delay, wasn't it? That was it. Because Lizzie's in Bath next week, which we'll get on to, right? But she was running the half, but she also needed to get down to Cardigan for the kids' football as well. So when it was delayed, she dropped into the 10k as well, and didn't she? And I guess she had to go and now do some mileage Or maybe she didn't have to go and do mileage because she's said she posted earlier she's listening to her body a bit more now, so perhaps she's not as regimental where they need to do those extra 3 miles or whatever. But so she had to drop down into the 10k, looked strong, looking good.
Very.
Geraint won the marathon.
Yeah. G with a good run in a marathon because it was horrible conditions as well. And then a few people we spoke to said it was quite windy on the way out. So,
and the hardest part with it is because it's such a small event, it's still a big event, but such a small event, you don't get your groups to run with, I imagine, as much as you would in bigger marathons.
Yeah, I would imagine. Like,
Do you think?
Obviously they did that loop in the country park first, and for the marathon, I think there was only like Geraint and one other. By the time they were heading out to the park, so you're talking 2-3 miles in, they'd already split to a front two, and obviously won by about 5-6 minutes in the end. And so that might be, but I Geraint, he's head strong, and he fucking probably just got his head down and job done. Like, but I would imagine it's a more thinned out because like them we was obviously waiting for John to come back, mate, John Burridge. It was hard to tell where people were when because it was so spread out. Like 1s and 2s coming back in, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Who else?
Craig won the half.
Craig Burrows won the half. He's a little fibber as well because I was on his Instagram earlier. He was like, I've never won anything before. And then I found a photo of him podium in about 2024 from a triathlon event.
What, won it?
But, yeah. Well, he was on number 1 in the podium.
Yeah,
he was waiting for everyone else. Fibber. There was that 18-year-old as well, wasn't it? Jeepers, I can't find his name now.
It was his first marathon, wasn't it? He ran like 240 something, didn't he? 245, 244?
Ian Lewis, Derbyshire, yeah.
Run something quick.
243.38.
Yeah, fucking smashed it. Unreal.
Yeah, fair play. Cracker.
But we were talking
Will
about
Morris cutting about in new colours.
Yeah, he was cutting about.
What was you saying?
I was going to say, as an 18-year-old, he shouldn't be really running marathons because we was discussing this during the race. He should be up to all.
I think it's family business, so having a deeper dive because his brother was his brother ran it as well. He was in the same vest.
Nice.
But
Will
Morris getting around in yellow.
Yeah. Shit colour vest. Shit vest, actually.
It's nice.
All right.
It is a nice vest. I really enjoyed being back out with the camera, taking photos, just blasting it out, and then come home and have an edit of a mess about. And I guess there's a few extra followers as well, which is happy days. But I took a photo and I cropped it. And I made sure, it was Will who was running, and I thought, he'll be tamping with that because I cropped it to just get his Iron Man tattoo in as well. Yeah. But he shared it to a story and used it as his race post, so backfired on me, hasn't it?
Yeah, showing off that he's done Iron Man, isn't it?
Exactly. Will, good guy. I like Will.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
Top man.
Who else? Oh, one solitary vest out there.
Yeah.
Do better, people. Our mate, I'm fibbing, getting around, trucking it out to the back. He's open and honest about it. But, like I told him a million times, no one gives a fuck. Like, doesn't matter if you're last. No one cares. Like, as long as you're running and it's honest and you're fucking doing it for you. Like, no one else. Like,
doing it for you and your time and your goals. And what he said he was.
And he PB'd.
Huh?
And he PB'd.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He was quite happy with it when he was his time after, when we seen him.
Yeah. Yeah. But nice to see you. Fucking stop winning all those stuff off us. But happy days.
That's not his problem.
At least we're seeing him in the flesh as well, like, you know.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Seen Alan for a bit to me after the half. He was going to go and do another 10.
Yeah.
Super's call out. Who else do we see? Can't think now. Can't remember.
But yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
I would like to have spectated a bit better, but the good thing about it spectating was you could get around. You could get around the park and get a couple of have
Yeah.
a strut around and have a walk around, and it wasn't. You basically you almost chase Burridge down into the finish line. Where else can you do that? Like,
Yeah, that was pretty good because they come in, don't they, and then he do that last loop around about a 400-metre loop. So obviously, I seen him coming in. He was not tight. He was a minute under in the end, but he looked in pain. So to give him that kick up the arse for the last 400, and then, like I say, chase him down for a few 100 metres in the finishing straight. Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, it was good. It was good. Good morning. Enjoyed it.
before we get on to the Bath half lineups, I tell you where else you can fucking chase people down the finish line. Apparently, what a shambles the LA finish was.
Oh, whoa.
Wow, I seen the second camera of it. I just see the woman was like running down with him and almost led him into the wrong place, following the back.
No, I missed that. Obviously, we seen.
Have you not seen that? She's out with the flag and everything.
No, I didn't see. I sent you the one, didn't I? Because obviously we seen the finish, and obviously that guy pips him by 0.01 of a second. But then there's footage from about 100 or 200 metres to go. He takes a slight wrong turn, and he follows the lead vehicles into their pull-off bit, and he loses, I don't know, it's a couple of seconds he loses. It probably does cost him the race, to be honest.
Well, that does cost him a race, definitely, because he's beaten on paper, like he's beaten on
the tape
ribbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't seen that other
bit different. I'll send it to you after now. But a bit different from the one we spoke about last week with Jess, because you're on the finish straight. You should be able to see the finish line. Like,
you should 100%.
That would be the maddest finish line ever to siphon down into a fucking bike lane.
Yeah, he 100% would have seen a finish. He's probably just lost concentration of just like seeing them all turn right and get off the course.
That woman would have been a big distraction as well. I'll send it to you. But what a kick as well.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't know that's
happening. The guy. No, unbelievable kick from the guy to get there, like in that such a short distance, 50 odd meters or whatever it was.
I bet his head is fried when he's just like, when it's like 5 yards away and he's still behind, like, like, am I going to make
it? Not even.
How am I going to get to this guy?
A yard to go. He's got done on a marathon.
He's basically just gone with his last step.
Yeah.
Put his arm in front of him. Like, a little bit of shenanigans that is, but I'll allow it. No. Fucking hell. Madness. Yes. What a race. Set of races we've got this weekend with the men's and the women's half marathon in Bath. That is spicy.
It is. It's obviously British champs, isn't it? British half championship. So similar to what the US was the other week in Atlanta. Hopefully no one takes a wrong turn on this one.
Yeah. Hopefully they do, because our fucking finish is like a travelator. But no, don't take a wrong turn, girls or boys. No. Quite the women's elite entries is runs alumni heavy. We've got Lily Partridge, Alex Bell, Lucy Reed, and Molly Smith all out there in the elite field.
Wow, that's 4.
Throw in a couple of other: Jessica Warner-Judd, Abby Donnelly, Laura McNeil, Verity Hopkins. It's spicy. That's very, very spicy.
Yeah, that's going to be a
dust up.
That is a dust up. That's going to be a good race. Yeah. It could come down to that hill, couldn't it? That last K, that hill, who got the strongest legs when it comes down to that. Unless someone tries to make a break earlier. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. We won't be able to watch it anyway, probably, will we?
Nah, and like you said, we can't take a piss too much, because we were down Clonettley last weekend. This weekend is Bath half, but then the weekend after I've got the third Not Good for Age, and the weekend after I've got Sandom as well, and it's Mother's Day as well. So
exactly,
and Bath is a trek as well. You're out, even if you're going out to watch an half, you're out until 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, like now.
Yeah, easy, because it's park and ride, you know. You'd have to be like parking or out. And, shame, but maybe next year. What's the men's field?
Will be. I would. Do you fancy a 1, 2, 3? Pod's guests?
So what are we thinking? I think
it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Alex might take the win. I'll predict Alex is going to win
this
it.
This is her first shift in a field, I guess, isn't it? Like, that's a tasty field.
Yeah, I think she might have enough for Jess. Judd won't be far from it either, mind. I'll go them 2 and Lily, one of them 3. But I'll probably just go for Alex, may nip it. would be my
and the
shout.
men's field. Last year was a brilliant dust-up because we had Jake won it,
Yeah.
and then Dewi and Omar as well. But by Christ, the guns are out this year.
Yeah.
Jake's there defending, obviously. Ben Corner, he's got unfinished business with Ben because he done him in a Great North or Great South last year.
Great North,
Which
wasn't
one
it?
was
Yeah.
that?
Great North.
Great North. Joe Wigfield's there, who's fucking on
Flying.
fire.
He is on fire.
Sessman, Alfie Manthorpe, Cole Gibbons, Cole's there.
Yeah. That's...
Do you reckon?
Well,
Who do you think will
Sessman,
have?
Jake are obviously deep in marathon, aren't they? And Ben, Alfie as well. Most of them probably
Bonnie
are.
Lockley's there as well. Yeah.
I don't know what Joe Wigfield's running. Is he doing London? Can't remember if he's in the London field. But like this, you know, there's a few there that have gone 61, innit? Jake,
Yeah.
Alfie recently, fucking Sessman must be, his training runs have been insane for London, so that's, I don't know who I'd pick out of that lot. That's a tough one.
Sessman can't take a dog's round with him.
No,
He
yeah.
struggle without taking a dog's round.
You can't get a toe, like, I don't know.
They're going to be two banging races.
They are. They're gonna
And
be
unfortunately, yeah, we're not going to see much of it. But it'd be nice for Jake. That's a fucking very hard race to defend against our field.
Yeah,
But
that's stacked.
whoever's win is going to earn it, but I'd like to see two previous guests winning it. So ideally, we go Jake Smith, Ben Corner, and Cole Gibbons 1, 2, and 3, and
Yeah.
3 of the 4 girls that have been on as well. Happy
Yeah,
days.
that'd be
And
good.
if anyone beats them, you've got to come on a pod and tell us how you beat them.
That's a good one.
Fair play. I hope it. What's the weather like in Bath on the weekend?
Don't know. Shall I have a look? I know it's rubbish here
Yeah.
Sunday because I'm thinking of doing my long run Saturday. So let's have a look. Bath. The weather is
What weather would they want for that?
not
Bit of
like this
drizzle?
tonight. I don't know. Yeah, maybe bit drizzle.
Bit of drizzle with no wind.
No wind, just no wind in it. Every runner hates wind. Yeah, it's looking. Yeah, it's going to rain between 10 and 1 o'clock. Drizzly, yeah. Drizzly wind. Wind's not too bad. 12, 14 miles an hour. Not the worst. So it's not bad conditions as it
Well,
goes.
yeah, but that's the fucking weather, innit?
Yeah, it'll depend now if someone
Um,
takes it on or it does go like a tactical race, innit? And again, will someone try and gap it before that hill?
Copy. Right. I have got something to moan about.
Go on then.
Major marathons. Like, how many major marathons does it have to be until they're not considered major anymore? Because, like I said to you and the boys earlier, 6 is a lovely, like, achievable number, and that holds prestige, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
like 6 is a good number to go around collecting. But now we've added Sydney, Cape Town's on the way, Shanghai is in past the first phase as well now. Like you said, that's going to be 9. It's going to go up to 10.
Yeah.
It's shit. They're not like
The
they don't
way
major in how much money they fucking make now.
the way they're going about it now, yeah, because like it's been, I think next year's Tokyo's 20th, right, and it became a major straight away. So in 20 years, we've had 1 added. Now, when was Sydney, this year or last year? So within a year or two, you're going to have another 3 in 3 years. That's what they're going to do. And then they'll add the 10th soon after. So they've gone from 5 to 6 in 20 years, and now they're going from 6 to 9 in 3 years. It's mental, like.
You're swapping quality for quantity now, isn't it?
Yeah, and we know why they're doing it.
But like, it's just annoying. Like, it's just there's loads. It's just making more money in it, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just the prestige it loses. Of that.
Prestige,
Like-
definitely, because like you say, some of these races are not even that well established yet. They're sort of rushing them through the process to become a major.
Yeah.
It's like some of the other ones, like London, Boston's obviously 100 or 130 years this year. London's 50 years. You know, Chicago's been going donkey's years. New York, 50 odd years. You know, these other ones have been going a long time. And these ones now are pretty new. Yeah, great adding more marathons and around the world for people to do. But then, yeah, I don't know. Like I say, it's the 6 for me. It's the only thing I recognise, and I'm not taking that from anyone else. It doesn't, by the way. Just that's the 6. That was the original 6 when I started running, and that's the 6 I'll do. And they've still, like they've said, they will keep that 6 medals for now, but that'll probably change soon enough once he's realised
it'll all be gone.
Force that away. They like say, oh, but if we haven't done it by 2030, now that medal's gone. It's the 10 star. You've got to do the 10 to be recognised. That's what will happen.
And the worst thing about it all, like, do you know, and it's the same anyway, like, but there's no consistency across all the marathons as well, innit? Why isn't it just all sponsored? Like, if it's this major marathon machine, why isn't the entire series sponsored by Nike or Adidas and partners and all the, like, the T-shirts are all collectibles and stuff like that or whatever? Do you know what I mean? So it's all consistent across the majors as well. It can change every year, obviously, but why is one company sponsoring London, one company sponsoring... I know it's expensive to do, but if it's much of a fucking monster, like, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is, isn't it? The company's got their own, like, New Balance is associated with London, Adidas, Boston, Nike, Chicago. I think New Balance is also New York. So, yeah, I suppose it's that as well.
Yeah. Too many. Like, you don't see fucking Thanos rocking around looking for 10... fucking stones, do it's 6, like, and then it's exciting and stuff like that. 6 is a good number, like, and like I said, it's got that prestige to it. Oh, I've done the 6 major marathons, but in a couple of years ago, I've done 6 of the major marathons. It's like, what about the other 3? Well, by then it's going to be what about the other 4? You've only done fucking half of them.
Yeah.
What are you doing, like?
That's what will happen.
What we need to do is, again, we need to get hold of the smaller marathons, find 6 minors and just do 6, just push that. Get a massive medal for doing 6 minor marathons. No major, minor.
Minors. Yeah? The minors.
Yeah, the minors, exactly. Yeah. It'd be banging. Class.
It would be good.
Oh. It does me head in because, like, the worst thing about the World Major Marathons is just a fucking side hustle for a pharmaceutical company.
I know, that's what's bad about it. Like, it's not even... They're a pharmaceutical...
It's just like us selling jumpers and T-shirts on the side of the podcast. It's not their main focus. Like, to stop being wankers. Bloody bastards riling me this morning. Well, we'll just go back to LA quick and quickly talk on our pathetic effort to give medals to people at 18 miles if they were too hot as well. Jesus Christ. Like, you might as well just post it out to them and say, come if you want.
I wonder how many did take it or how many did... Did you see anything about that? I've seen nothing.
They'll never publish that information.
No. I've seen a lot of people...
And once you've seen that...
A lot of people slagged it off, didn't they? And even people who were taking part in that, I seen were like, it's not a participation medal. Obviously it is, but you should finish a marathon, and it's the thing of doing a marathon. Like, you know, I know they're saying it was hot, but I reckon they said it was going to get up to 27 degrees. Now, it was that hot in London last year.
I know, that's right.
You've got to manage your expectations.
And if I could have walked off at 18, I would have, like.
Yeah, like, if you're just got to manage your expectations, you hydrate accordingly, don't you? You slow down. You don't just say, oh, get to 18 and we'll call it quits. Like, well done.
Because that's like a lot. Like, the only reasonable thing would
just
be
over
if there was
2/3,
someone there. Yeah, if there'd been someone there giving out the medals, but then they have to go over to the guy with the angle grinder and he's going to cut 31% of the medal off, and you only get 69% of it because you've only done 69% of the marathon distance. Like, come on, stop being fucking gimps, like.
I know, innit?
Everyone.
If you don't finish, you don't get one, like, simple as, innit?
Giving, like, you should have seen this when they started giving finisher T-shirts out the day before. Like, you don't even know if I'm going to finish. I could just come and do that.
Yeah. Home. Collect my shit, my bag of crap, and go.
Yeah.
Rocking round in Ireland.
I could even do it like... Yeah, I could have gone to LA, right? Got my T-shirt the day before. Thought, I'm not running a marathon, but I can cut off for 18 miles. So if I just stand around the 18-mile mark in my kit... I don't have to come over the finish line anyway.
No.
So I'll just spectate and then walk up and grab my medal. Don't burn any calories. and get the full shabonkle, like, but
And
not
get
do
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Like you said, the Mr. Marathon's lost the prestige, haven't they? Fucking hell, I didn't think I would say prestige. That's a good film to win in prestige, but I didn't know I would say prestige so
that
many
is the
times.
brilliant film. That is. It's one of Nolan's underrated ones, I'd say. The people sort of miss that when they go into Nolan's best ones, don't they? They miss the prestige.
Yeah, everyone loves Memento, and I just can't get into
Oh,
it.
Memento's class. Memento's brilliant.
Prestige is better.
Yeah, I'd probably say so. But Memento's brilliant as well. I do like that. Clever, that is.
I'm looking forward to Odyssey now. That's out soon as well, isn't it?
That is out soon. It is.
Oh, anyway, Kiplimbo beat the half record in Lisbon.
Kiplimo did 57:20.
Kiplimo.
Jacob Kiplimo in Lisbon, of all places. Didn't think he'd be running that quick there. Having had his previous 56 odd taken off the records because he was drafting behind the car, very much like Cole Gibbons was last week in his race. Did you see that?
I've seen
joking. Like, it was like literally the last corner. He ended up catching up to the lead car.
I did see that.
After, like, and he put on it, neither he wasn't cheating like Kiplimo. I don't think Kiplimo was cheating. It wasn't his fault. The car stayed too close to him last time. But that one didn't get ratified. This one, he's done it, and I would imagine it did because there was no car in front of him. But yeah, Lisbon for one of the super halves. Kiplimo's now runs 57:20. Crazy time. He's doing
well done to everyone. Yeah. Reckon you can beat him?
I'm not running it, so doubt it.
No, that's true, yeah.
But I will see him.
Do you wish you were running it now?
No, not at the minute, no. I'm looking forward to supporting it for a change, to be honest, because there's so many people, as we spoke about last week. I'm looking forward to supporting. On the day of the morning, I might feel a bit different until I get out there, yeah.
Yeah. You can have my bib, just let me know early enough so I don't get on the underground. Well, then, yeah.
You're all right.
Oh, bloody hell. That's about it. We've got to catch up on. We've got a guest coming on shortly. I opened the website yesterday, everyone, so if you want to grab one of the sweaters or one of the t-shirts, they're on there. I always stress out about launching them because they're not the cheapest products in the world, but we don't use the cheapest blanks either, because otherwise it's going to have one wash, and I told you this a million times, it's going to lose its shape and stuff like that. We should have a couple of years out of them, but they're a bit more expensive. But look, the jumper's got stitching and embroidery, so it's got to go through two different machines, like, you know.
Yeah, nice
the
quality.
T-shirt's got front and back prints as well. Like, we could just put you out shit t-shirts to say the runs on the front in a shit font, but you're not going to buy them, and you're going to put them in a bin if you do, because they're going to lose shape straight away. But they're going to be there. There's no pre-order. There's no pre-order. They're just on the website, and if you want to grab them. If you don't, then no hard feelings, as long as your order socks are the best. Like,
yeah,
they are nice.
They're really good. The jumper's class. I love the jumper. Obviously the t-shirt.
And I like the t-shirt.
Well, yeah, the t-shirt's good as well. I like the back. I could put on the post this week, but the jumper's really good quality. Like, that's lasting a long time. And like you say, the embroidery, the wording, catchphrase, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, look, and I'm not daft, like, you know, I know you all fucking love running and stuff like that, and you're proud of training for marathons and stuff like that. So, of course, it's not just the shoes. I mean, I've made fun of it loads of times. They do help, but so does fucking doing 12 miles, 10 miles tonight before recording a podcast, like, you know.
Exactly. Exactly that.
And the same with the t-shirts, all the different runs you're doing and stuff like that. So, yeah, just fucking say hello to them, wear some stuff that shows it off.
Yeah.
I'll be adding different bits and bobs as we go along, hopefully. I've got a couple of other ideas. And the thing is, right, I only do them because I go to have a look online because I need some t-shirts, and I don't see anything I like, so I think, I'll just make another one.
Make one.
And then I have to make one for you as well, then, because it's not fair otherwise. But then everyone goes, oh, when can I get one of them, man? So it looks like a grand money, but I'm just putting them. If one person buys it, I don't care, like. But I just put them on there because people do ask where they can get them from.
This is true. We appreciate you asking and buying them.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Happy fucking days. Anything else we missed? I don't think there is. Anything else on the list?
I don't think there's anything. I just get the list up. My phone had locked. No, I think I was it. But Blimo. No,
So,
that was it.
shall we grab a drink and
Yes.
then we'll get our guest on?
Yes, let's go for it. It's nearly time.
Be right back. Welcome back to the Runs Podcast. We have been joined by Hannah Leggett. How are you, Hannah? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you. And you?
Good, yeah. Not bad at
Yeah,
all.
good.
We were just filling you in on the plan, obviously, how we work these podcasts out. And obviously, you're back in Project 3 this year. You've done it last year with Nikki, so we'll get on to that. But, school, was you active in school? Were you into sports in school? Were you running in school? Or none of the above?
I used to run a bit of cross country, but more just to get out of class. And that wasn't really the extent of it. Forced to do it during PE, of course, running laps of a field, but didn't really get into running until I actually left college. Always enjoyed it, was okay at it, but not much more.
Yeah. Yeah, we spoke about that loads of times. It's mad that we've all gone running now because it was punishment in school.
It was pure punishment.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold, and
Yeah.
we used to have to wear the most
muddy fields. I don't
Oh.
remember anyone like her in school.
No one. It was really uncool. I don't know, like, about when
was
you went to
very
school,
uncool.
but sport was, unless you was in the football or the rugby team, sport wasn't that cool for a girl.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess, really, because only like not recently, but more so now, you see more women in running and sports, really. But thinking back to school, sports was, pretty much American jock kind of style, wasn't it? It was for the boys in school, without sounding like a dickhead.
Yeah, exactly. The coolest it got was putting a netball skirt on, and that was the most exciting it got in terms of PE.
Didn't do much sport in school at all, then, really.
So, well, I had to do a
Yeah.
lot in school. So yeah, but you know, it was more forced. You know, no one committed to swimming as a female. You was always sick. And then yeah, I mean, I took it as a GCSE, so I did end up doing quite a lot of sport, but that was just because I actually enjoyed the physical side of it, but actually running, probably not so much.
No. Team sports more?
Yeah, I did like a bit of team sport. I really was into gymnastics. Really enjoyed that. I had to play. I loved a bit of rounders. Loved a bit of rounders at school, but I had to play netball, which I hate. Too many rules in a sport, and I'm too small, so I'm very short. I'm 5'1", so playing netball was really not a good sport. And I also had to dabble in basketball, which was just pointless. Like, come on, I'm a 5'1" petite female. It was just comical watching me run around a basketball court. So yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure the teachers had a good laugh.
But then you went off to college, and then you said, obviously, you finished college. So what dragged you back into running then after college?
So yeah, quite a funny story actually. I always used to run. Did a few charity runs, the Race for Lives, 5 and 10Ks, just to raise a bit of money, as you do. And my partner at the time got a ballot place, London Marathon. So this was 8-9 years ago now. And he got a ballot place, and I had applied for about 3 years, just as one of those life goals, tick a box. And when my friends found out, they kind of laughed and said, "You'll never ever," and my partner at the time was called Mark, he's 6'4", and they said, "I bet that he outruns you." So I said, "Game on." So the training came in, and I ran my first marathon in 3 hours 43 and qualified for good for age, and beat him by an hour. So
For an hour on him.
I've never seen him again.
Yeah, literally, that was all it was for. I mean, good on the lad. He did do 3 other marathons with me, and he did London for the 3rd time, and he got to about mile 25, and I will cut the swearing out of it, but he said, I'm never ever doing this again as he ran past. And that really was his final marathon. So, yeah. But since then, I've done London. This year will be my 8th year doing London. I did Berlin, I've done Chicago, and I also ran a race here in Essex. So I did the Chelmsford Marathon in 24 for Haven. So that was brilliant, and I won my first marathon. So that was very exciting.
Stories like this, I love them because very similar. If we remember back to when we had Lizzie Diamond on early days now, but running that 3:43 in London and then doing that training block, you must have like shocked yourself a little bit as well, because you dare be doing it in a marathon, doing your first training block, and you've ran a good for age. It's like, did you expect that, or was it like a shock, just not natural and how easy it was because it's hard? But that's like, wow, how did I just do that? What have I done?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people that I think the first marathon there always feels a lot of pressure. Everyone knows you're doing it. You know, I had to go through a charity placement, so it was advertised everywhere to raise money. The pressure felt on, and I'm not gonna lie, like it hurt like hell. The training was intense, and it's winter training as well. And I was working in the city full time at that point, so finishing work at 5-6 o'clock, getting a 20-miler in sometimes after work was just not good. So but then I think on the day you just push through. You really do. You push through, and you know it's going to hurt. It's just about tolerating the pain and getting to the finish line. And my motto is very much, the quicker it's done, the quicker I can sit down. So I'm happy.
Definitely. So that's good footage. Were you familiar? Like, I'm just assuming you've gone into this naive, because this, not naive, but this is like the story. I can only go by what you're telling me, obviously. So this is your first marathon. Were you aware of good for age and stuff like that then when you were training and when you were starting the marathon?
No, I had absolutely no idea. I didn't know that these places existed. I thought that everything was ballot outside of the elite. I thought every placement in the marathon was a ballot placement. And then it's not until I got my time, and then you start getting the updates from the marathon, etc. And then someone sent it to me to say you can qualify, and I was like, okay. And it's never guaranteed either. So I put my application in thinking, got nothing to lose, probably won't get it, because I was on the cusp anyway. It was a 3:45 at that point. So I was sort of, on the cusp of, potentially not getting it. And I got it, which was fantastic. And then I just thought, I'm probably never going to do this again. So I ran it for the second year. And it just got better from there. So
I love it. Again, we always talk about sliding doors, but maybe, just maybe, if you hadn't run a good for age, you never run another marathon.
And I think that's very true. I think that's very true. Yeah. I probably would have just tapped out there and then and said, one and done, I've got my first t-shirt. And I would have been very happy just to find another sport. I still would have been spinning on a Saturday or something, a little bit more social.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So then obviously you carry on and on to London, good for age again. But you carry on and you haven't stopped running since? Or did you stop for a bit and then start, right, I better start training for London again?
Yeah, no, so I used to only do London. So I used to only do one marathon a year, and that was London, and purely just because it was guaranteed. And I got close to, so my second marathon, I was like, oh, I'm bordering on that, sub 3:30 mark. So I thought, well, I've got to go for it. And then you start getting into sort of competitive territory. And by that point, I didn't realize that actually a woman running a sub 3:30 is pretty good. I just didn't know anything about running stats at this point.
No.
So I went again and again and again. And even when I qualified for championships, I didn't know until my second year. So I didn't even know championship way existed. So, and I was unassigned, so I wasn't with any club. I only joined a club last year. So, and I had to sign up with one for championship wave as well. So I ran my first marathon last year under championship wave. So I didn't know about any of it. I just feel that I was so naive to the running world, even running, I ran before I got my championship bib, I ran a 308 and I didn't even know that it existed. And then one of the girls sent it to me and said, by the way, you qualify for this. And from there, it just was like, wow. And then lots of doors opened, including Project 3. So,
yeah, because it's almost along as if you've stumbled across all this, but not obviously you're very, very good and talented, but you've stumbled across all this by accident.
All from a bet, which is just even better. So.
That's incredible. Wild. What about other distances then? Because obviously marathon is very heavy, and I know you ran Cambridge on the weekend as well. But when did you start committing full time to like running and training? And in my head now, when you've done London, you've just done your London block, and then after London, put your comfier sweatpants on for 6 months until the next London block comes through.
Yeah, very much so. No, so two years ago, so when I got my championship place, that was when I signed up with a club.
Mm-hmm.
So last year I had my championship place, but I had to sign with a club before, so I signed with a club at the end of the previous year just to be able to get my place. And at that point I also got a coach. So I have a coach that is not a part of my running club, but he runs one of the top running clubs in Essex, and he is just phenomenal. So he put me together a 16-week very structured plan, and I'd never done 400 reps in my life. I didn't know what fartlek was. I just didn't know any of it. I was like, and I kept having to, so a friend of mine at the time, very good runner, I like to keep messaging them saying, what's tempo pace?
That's like me texting Nikki all the time.
So I was like, what's fartlek? What pace do I do this? And it says warm up. I'm like, what is warm up? Is that a stretch? Is that a run? So very, very new to me. Very new.
Doing all that, so naive, and you're on championship start line. That's mad.
I know. Which is incredible. But yeah, so I went, and then I've done, for the last 2 years now, I have done two marathons a year. So last year I did London and Valencia, and the year before that I did London and Chelmsford. So, but outside of that, I've just done one marathon a year, kept my fitness up a bit, a few 5Ks, 10Ks, very much charity runs, as anything local that was happening, but nothing more. And also I lived in Switzerland for 4 years. So I only moved back home the end of last year, so also that limited my availability to be around for UK races.
Yeah,
that's nothing short of amazing, really. At the same time, you've got to consider the stuff that you've had to learn as well, and then you throw in all the different technologies. Like, there's a point where you've gone, what's a Garmin? Like, what's a carbon plate? Everything is like so new.
Yeah.
So, I was very familiar with the Garmin. I had a Puma first. I had a Garmin for many years, and actually July last year I switched to a Chorus. So I'm now a Chorus.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are Team Chorus.
Chorus.
The one thing I will say about the Chorus is the development team in the background is phenomenal. If you want anything done, write to them and they'll do a request for you in about 4 weeks. So they're brilliant.
I do wish they had better watch faces, but apart from that, it's much nicer to look at than a Garmin screen as well, isn't it?
I think so, and it's much. I mean, I was actually doing a review with my friend the other day because he was umming and ahhing, and I said, well, they are about 50% of the price for the top of the range one, and in all honesty, they're much for muchness. it depends. I don't know how much you use your watch for, but I think the VO2 is never accurate on a watch, and outside of that, pace, time, heart rate, distance.
Yeah.
I don't know what more you could really need if you want further data analytics.
Does everything
go to the lab
for a cheaper price.
Yeah,
exactly that. Bang on. So you've just progressively kept running 2 marathons. It's so simple. Like, this is a blueprint, isn't it? Like, it's so straightforward. And then you do 2 dedicated marathon blocks, and then just tick over in between. Is that right? Am I reading the script right?
100%. And enjoy everything else in between. You know, enjoy the boozy holidays, enjoy getting on your bike, enjoy a swim, all the fun stuff that you don't get to do because you're so sort of tunnel vision during a marathon block that, you know, you just everything goes when you're clocking up a lot of miles. Nikki's probably done a hell of a lot more miles than I do. I still am very low on my mileage. I don't really hit more than about 65 miles a week, but it drains you. It drains you when you try and fit in, you know, 6 days a week running, some days double days with weight training and cross training, full-time job. A lot of people are parents in between, and it's just crazy. But it is consistency. I think that is the key to everything. And what I've found anyway is just consistency. And I think that even if you're not the most talented at running or the sport, I think if you want it bad enough and you just continue on that journey, you will get the times and you will get results. I mean, kind of my journey is a bit of proof of the pudding.
Yeah. I mean,
100% proof, isn't it? And that's exactly what we always say, Garnet. That's what it is. Just keep turning up, consistency. It's not always going to be smooth. You've got to ride the rough with the ups, with the downs, the injuries, the illnesses, but you keep turning up. And like you say, you're proof. Like, I didn't realize how you saw such a novice and such to speak for 2 years, really dug deep into it and got these even the times, like you said, when you started getting that sub 330, as you say, that was probably back then what a sub 3 was to male marathon. And now, like where your times are now, just the progression in 2 years, that's phenomenal. But like you say, it goes to show, just keep turning up and being consistent.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah. And my favourite thing so far is I've only known you for 20 minutes. I mean this with obviously the utmost respect. But how unserious is a word I want to use, and it's not even a word. But I know obviously you take that block serious and everything as well. But it's quite nonchalant as well, like, isn't it, in between it. You're pretty chilled, like. People take it really serious, don't they? It's just a hobby. And
Serious.
Yeah, but it can't be too serious with life. And I think, you know, running is such a boring sport to anyone that doesn't do it. And it's funny because so many of my friends, how's the running? Yeah. And it's absolutely hilarious the amount of times I have been asked. So everyone goes, "Oh, you're running the marathon again?" And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it again this year. And the first question they ask me is, how far is a marathon? And it's just crazy how many people don't know. And they're like, so, you know, like, how far is that? And I feel like a marathon has always been the same distance, but unless you know, you don't know. And it's just crazy because a lot of people are like, yeah, and if you can talk about pacing miles or kilometers, you can talk about carbon plates, you might as well be talking to these people in French because it means absolutely zero. And you just kind of have to go, all right, yeah, I like it. Cool.
Yeah.
And move on.
You could just make up stuff and they go, oh, yeah, is it? Great. Fantastic.
You could say anything, and they would go, oh, nice. Yeah, great. If I said to them, a marathon is, you know, 48 miles, they'd go, really? I'm like, yeah. Really
you
far.
have to do the last shoes off. Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
But like, yeah, you know, like gold-plated shoes that, you know, they're worth like 10 grand and they're phenomenal. Everyone would believe it. People just don't know. So.
But they're not far off now. Bloody hell. But has it been like a shift in mindset or any like pinch me moments, like when you've stood on that championship line, or do you just take everything in your stride with it, really?
No, so last year was so I'm going to go back a little bit. Personal story. I lost both my parents in 2024. So for me, that was a huge driver for me. I mean, I used running as therapy, and actually hitting my first sub-3 in 2024 was just, it was game changer for me. Like, it just meant so much. Like, I'd raised so much money for my parents, and that was my first sub-3 in London after like a structured plan and everything that I had from the coach.
And that was the goal as well, I guess, when I want to go sub-3.
That was the goal. Yeah, and I'd say to myself that I would retire. I was like, when I hit a sub-3, that's it, because I never thought I'd do it. So I was like, I'll retire from running. I'm done with this. I was like, my knees are ruined. I've had enough of running in the rain, living in UK. It was all a load of rubbish. So that was that. And then that year I ran my first sub-3, so I ran a 2:58 in London, and I cried at the finish line because obviously I'd raised money for mum. And then I ended up then running the Chelmsford Marathon for my dad because he passed the same year, and again raised lots of money for the charity. And I ran for Havens, so that's who sponsor it, and I ran a 2:55 and was the first female. So that really meant a lot to me. And then last year, when I got my first year under championships, I got my Project 3 placement, and then I had the opportunity to fly to Chicago as well. It was just a massive year, and knowing that I'm not that far away from sort of the sub-elite women's status now is a massive driver. So,
you'd always ask it.
Looking back.
Go on.
No, go for it.
Do you think? No, you said like you think I retire. You never retire when you go sub-3, because 2:55 is there, 2:50 is there, 2:45 is there. Like, you're just kidding yourself, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was amazing. So my last few training blocks have been whilst I've been living in Switzerland. So training in the Alps. I lived in Verbier for 4 years, and it was cold, snowy, icy. Most of the training was done between 850 meters and 1,500 meters sea level. Every run had about 1,000 meters elevation on it, 1,000 feet, sorry, elevation on it. So it was 1,000 meters would be a bit of a killer. It was brutal, and I just thought I'm never hitting the paces, but you just make it work. If you want it, you do. And I used to travel an hour every day to go for a run, and I just loved it. And at that point, as I said, it was very much a therapy. It was a mechanism for me, and it evidently has got me through.
Yeah, clearly worked.
Lots of tears.
Oh, definitely. And a lot more hard work than we do like giveaway as well, obviously, because even though we say that you don't take it too seriously and it's nonchalant and stuff like that, you don't run sub-3 on accident either. You're putting in the work. No. You're doing those 2 hour round trips together as well. It's just madness that it's all from a bet.
Yeah, I know. I never thought on that first run I would ever run another marathon.
Yeah, where it ended.
Here we are.
Now.
Yeah, exactly. About to run my 12th marathon now.
Yeah.
And pushing for a sub 2:40. So we'll see how the next 6 weeks go.
Yeah. So obviously now let's get on to Project 3, like we mentioned earlier. Did Boston come or Chicago, come as a byproduct of what you've done in Project 3 as well, or was that a separate thing?
So I already had my Chicago placement because I qualified my previous London, but to be transparent, the funding from Project 3 very much helped. So that covered the trip, and it covered the flights and the hotel expenses at least. So that was a small win for the trip.
How did you get into Project 3?
So I just put an application in. So I put an application in. It was one of the guys that was kind of a friend of a friend sent it through to me and said, you would you qualify for this, you would be good. And I just was like, kind of what is it again, just thinking don't even know, and I filled in an application just saying I'm a championship runner and would love to be a part of it. This is my background, and this year I'm running for charity. And they responded and said, you've got a place. Yeah, you had to. I mean, Nikki, you probably know as well, you have to fill in quite a long, lengthy paragraph of why you'd be suited. And it was the first year that they'd done it. So very surprised, because they had thousands of applicants. And I think there was 50 men and 50 women for London. So yeah, just completely just honoured to get the place, of course, and just was shocked when it came in, to be fair.
I didn't mean that as rude as I made it sound thinking back, right? But what I meant was, this is my favourite part of the entire Project 3 is you and Nikki have both got less than 1,000 followers on Instagram, but they've picked you, and that's my favourite thing is they haven't gone for, we've got 1,000 applications, filter them by their Instagram followers, and pick the top 100 with the most followers. That was my favourite part of the entire. They wanted dogs that were going to go out and work as hard as they could, rather than people that were going to make it look shiny.
100%. And to be fair, I've spoke to so many people about this, because I'm going to be completely honest, as every runner does. We reach out to many brands to see if we can get any form of support. And I'm going to use a running brand that we all know very well. First question on their application form is, how many social media followers do you have? And they ask you to put them through. And it's so common. It's so common. People are just looking for the amount of social exposure they're going to get. But you look at the people who were on the project last year, and I'm going to mention some names who we're all familiar with. You look at Ben is Ryan, you look at Hugo Fry. Those two alone combined have about 200,000 social, like Instagram followers. For Puma to pay that much to get that much exposure across Instagram or Facebook would cost them thousands, maybe millions, and yet they've given away $4,000 worth of kit. They would and that's 2 athletes across 100 athletes. Of if you said it, the average across everyone's got 10,000 followers, maybe 10,000. It's probably been an exaggeration. It's such an amazing PR event that they've done.
It needs awards. I hated Puma before Project 3 because I never liked the shoes. I'm a strictly Puma Disc or Puma Kings. But whoever thought that up needs a raise, because it was one of the best marketing campaigns I've ever seen. And more so last year rather than this year, Han, because you had that excitement and the mystery of the new shoe. You've got the Deviate 4s now as well, though, I think, haven't you? But you didn't have that mystery of keeping the shoe under wrap. This year.
That's the thing.
Unless you have, and you're not telling us.
You couldn't post any pictures. You couldn't run any races that had photographers in. They make you sign disclaimers to say that you're going to be dropped from the project. They see any social media of these shoes. So it was really exciting. And then no one else is running in these shoes. And then you've got this amazing super shoe that's, a prototype at that point. Yeah. And everyone is so excited. They're like, what's your kit? What's your shoes? And you can't disclose any of it. You're like, oh, I can't say anything because it's all hush hush. But I was so surprised to be selected for a second time. First time, unbelievable. Second time, I thought not in a million years. And the first thing I did put in my application was, I was part of the project last year, because I thought they would probably choose a whole new batch of individuals to experience it. But I know 5 people, so 5 people who have been reselected. So maybe they're just, again, I can't. This is really cheeky of me to say. I do weigh it up and think, do they look at people who are right on that cusp of, we won't have to pay for 3,000? Or
it could be, innit? That's exactly what I thought. It's like they're going to take a certain quota. They think, well, they've pushed really hard last time. You've got a 2:42 in Chicago. That's going to be a big jump to go 3 minutes below. I think it probably is a bit of that, but it's still, that's giving you a carrot to aim for, and you've still got as much chance as anyone who put the work in. But because I tried again, I openly applied again, and I put in that, you know, I was selected last year, and I didn't actually get the 3 minutes. I'd love another chance, but I didn't get in. But yeah, I'd seen a few people that got back in, and I thought that was quite interesting. But yeah, no, fair play. The first time I thought it was unbelievable. It felt like you were sort of a semi-pro because of like all the marketing stuff, like say the secrecy of the shoe, the Zoom sort of calls we were having on the app with the nutritionists and Rory and all the athletes. It was unbelievable. It was such a great experience.
It really was. It felt very special. It really did. So yeah, this year I'm going to sound slightly ungrateful here, like I'm just grateful for the kit. I know that sounds bad. I'm just very grateful to have lots of free merch. You know, I had £1,000 worth of trainers arrive at the door, which I'm not going to say no to. But for me, I've been through all, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? I mean, and that's the thing, like, but I would never have chosen a Puma shoe to run in. I was a Nike snob through and through.
Same.
I still wouldn't.
And you still wouldn't.
Even though you see no fast those R3s are. People are running.
No, though. The colourways have got progressively worse. That first colourway was bang on.
Yeah. So I did get the Ecodons, which they released the back end of last year, and I got them for Valencia. Yeah. They're the white ones with the orange or blue, and they don't sell them anymore. And I wore them this weekend, and that is a colourway that I really love. But I think the first colourway, when they matched it with the outfit, was beautiful. Like it was beautiful. I've got 2 pairs of the blues. I've got a couple of pairs of, you know, the originals. Yeah, I don't love some of the new ones. Don't love them. I'm waiting for them to bring out something really special, but I don't know whether it's going to happen. We're kind of all waiting on the new colourway for London to see what kit's going to match. You know.
What size feet are you? A 5'1" then, hon?
I'm a 4, so a 37.
That must be so cute.
They're so tight. I think my shoes.
Tie them together and put them over your wing mirror, over your rear view mirror, like fluffy days.
No, they are tiny. They are literally, like little fluffy mirror hangers.
That's amazing.
So, well, funny story actually. So with Project 3, so we got a pair of the R3s to train in, and then just before marathon they sent us a brand new pair for race day with our kit. Wonderful, very happy. So I hadn't worn my new pair at all straight out the box on the day, because I knew what I was getting into, and that was that. So I had finished, and my friend from where I worked at the time was there, and he was like, "Oh, show me the shoe." So he got the shoe, and he said, "Oh, it's so light." Bear in mind, mine are obviously tiny. They weigh like about 140 grams. There's nothing to them. And he went, "Oh yeah." Gave him a bit of a flex, snapped the carbon plate off.
Oh, no way. Brand new pair.
Yeah. Brand new. This pair of shoes had done 26.2 miles in.
Oh, Fumin.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I was half tempted to write them and saying, "You owe me a new pair of shoes," but about 2 weeks later, Puma sent me a pair, and I just couldn't believe it. I was raging. I was absolutely raging, but then, as I said, I got another pair for free, and I was like, I'm not so upset anymore. But
okay,
yeah,
they looked after
you a bit after it as well, didn't they? To be fair,
yeah,
they kept you in shoes for a little bit longer after London as well, didn't they?
Yeah, which was nice actually, which was really nice. But yeah, like I'm really happy. Obviously, this year I think. The contract last year stated that we would get quite a lot more than I think we actually got. Oh God, sorry, I've got awful hair there. So like, I don't think any of the UK athletes got any gels or any fueling.
No.
Yeah, that was a very much a sort of a US thing. I don't know what happened there, but no one in the UK got anything. So I don't know whether the third pair of shoes or anything following that was a bit of a, to make up for it. But this year there's definitely more included, which is nice. And, you've got the full range of 3 pairs of shoes to training, everything from your easies, your tempos and your race shoes. So actually you feel a lot more supported.
Yeah. The thing is, you're win-win from this year, right, Ham? Because you don't do it, it don't cost them any money. You do it, you've taken 6 minutes off in Puma shoes in 2 years.
There we go.
Yeah.
And
that's the market.
I raised yeah, and that's the thing. I know so many people have bought the shoes off the back of me saying,
"Oh, same."
So
same me. Yeah.
It's just it's free PR for them, isn't it? They've sent me a couple of pairs of shoes, which retail you buy them for what, just shy of 300. It's nothing to them, is it? They're not going to miss 100 pairs of shoes. They're not going to cost them nothing. So for them, it is free PR.
Yeah, exactly. Before we get on to what you've got this year, obviously you ran a flyer this weekend as well in Cambridge. How was that?
Thank you.
Did you find a pacer?
No, I didn't find a pacer in the end. So a guy that I ran Valencia with, he ran his first 2:39, but he's at Club La Santa at the moment. So he was like, I'm not sure I'm willing to fly back to Cambridge just for a half. So
you swear that.
I was like, weighing it up. I was like, come on, Jack, priorities, help me out. No, he's so I didn't in the end, but you always find someone along the course. So I found a guy about mile 4, mile 5, and we ran pretty much the whole course together. It was uphill for the first half, downhill for the second half. Actually an all right course, bit wiggly windy to start, which is not great when it's busy, but outside of that, quite enjoyed the run. It's one of those. Everything at this point is a marathon test. It's a pace test.
Yeah.
It's a test to see sort of where your fitness is at, and it's at that point where you're now in your training block where you have huge chunks of your long runs that become at marathon pace. So for me, this was my first long test at just sub marathon pace, and I was felt all right with it. Probably wanted better, but I mean, 7th woman, PB. Not complain too much.
No, exactly. Because, like as I say, we were down watching the Great Welsh Marathon, half marathon, and a big chunk of people now are just running these races in the training block. We've got one in 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, haven't we? A 20 miler. But it'd be interesting to see what you could do over half with a full send as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd really like to, because the first time I'd ever done the half marathon was really during a training block. So I've never trained for anything that's shorter than a marathon. So I would like to, I say next year. Next year I would like to have a year where I just train for a shorter distance. I would really like to know what my capabilities are over a 5K, a 5 mile,
your top speed,
10 miles. Because you do it I'm always in a block. So you're always, it's always on a Sunday. You've already, that is normally your about 68th mile that week that you've already ran. So it would be nice to have nothing and full set.
Yeah, but like I said, not far behind Holly Archer on a training run. You've got to be happy with that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, very happy. I mean, she was 6 minutes. 6 minutes is still considerable, but it's not that much.
I would have been more than 6 minutes behind you, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
But she deserved that. She trained hard for it, and so
she's
running.
We were saying
she's
before we
doing
came
well.
on, she's doing good work online as well, because it's saturated and it's horrible, and some people are really, really grim as well, and but she's doing proper good work online at the moment with her profile, which is nice to see.
Yeah, no, I do like her, and I do like following her, and I'm a big believer in the cross training as well. So I think her high rocks training, etc., really supports her. And it's just nice to see her journey, you know, the fact that she's, you know, changed between sponsorships, you know, she's been a signed athlete for a while now. But, you know, she's quite open with her journey, and I think a lot of people dress it up, but in all honesty, we all go through big struggles. We all have moments where you just want to quit. And, you know, it's nice to see there are some real people online instead of everyone putting a big show face on, because that really isn't the case. There is more bad days than good days with any athlete.
That's it. We won't get into that right now because I haven't got another thing. So 2 marathons this year as well?
Yes, so I signed up to Valencia again. So I ran Valencia last year. So last year I'd done Chicago, and I was.
Is it fast as everyone says?
Fast. It's fast. It's flat. It's busy. To be fair, and other people will have other opinions, my least favorite marathon out of all of the marathons I've ran. So the start of it almost feels like the Chicago start. You kind of go over the bridge, so you go over the beautiful bridge to start. You know, it's all wonderful, but then you do like a first right turn, which is very sharp, and you've got, you know, you're like 10, 12 wide, and it just doesn't work. And then it's so congested for. I was struggling even still, sort of 12k in. I was still a bit, you know, finding my feet. But yeah, I wanted to full send it, and I didn't. I went straight from Chicago. I had like a week, maybe 10 days off, and I was like, I'm fine. I'm in peak shape. I'll be good to go. Signed up to it because I've become available. I know any marathon runner listening to this will just think you're bonkers, like absolutely stupid. Signed up to it and was like, I'm fine. And bad mistake. You know, I had a 14-week block for Chicago, took sort of, you know, less than 2 weeks off and went straight into like a 6-7 week block. I can't remember exactly. And you're so over it. And I ran a 2:46, which I can't complain. I said, you know, a bad run and I ran a 2:46. I need to, you know, quite frankly, shut it up. But it felt, you know, when you travel and you put so much effort in, not to PB in a race is a little bit heartbreaking. But at the same time, I ran, I came around with, you know, a very respectable time. So
the thing is as well, right, Han, in the nicest possible way, the faster you get, PBs are going to stop, like, and you're going to have to tackle that at that point. You can't, otherwise. People are going to start making noises about you doing other stuff as well, like, you know, but they're going to, that's it. The faster you get, the harder it is to PB. And it's easy for me to PB marathon because I've got to beat 6:11. But then it's going to be hopefully harder for me to PB in Amsterdam 6 months after doing London, as long as everything goes fine with that, isn't it? What a privilege it is to try and PB for you. Like.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Just like it's such marginal gains on your end, like, you know, where you guys are running compared to where I am. We say this all the time, but 2:46 off a 7-week block, you take it. Like, you know, you can be disappointed and happy, can't you?
Oh, that's the thing. I was like, and to be fair, it's a gorgeous city. I had a lovely weekend. I enjoyed pizza and a beer in the sun after. It was 18 degrees when I started, about 21 when I finished. I was loving life. Absolute fine. Weekend.
Not all bad.
No, exactly.
Real good. But yeah, words to the wise, 2 marathons a year really is. And I understand why no one does more than 2 a year now, because I learned the hard way. And I really do feel that actually 1 and a few short races, or 2 quite far apart, is perfect.
And we spoke about that as well, because that's another problem, is you're seeing people doing 6 or 7 in a year, and it's normalizing it for people that are looking into the marathon, thinking about, oh, it can't be that, just someone's doing 6 in a year. But what are you going to do about that, innit? Click sell, don't you?
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of articles online at the minute, especially with the influencers, and, you know, it's like normalizing a marathon. It's like, stop doing this, because a marathon is such an unbelievably hard distance. And the stats show that there's less than 1% of the population that have ever run one and will ever run one. So, it's hard. There's a reason there is markers in place, for credibility. Sub 4 for a woman, sub 3:30 for a man. It's it's a huge milestone just to get round the course. So I hate it's a case of, I'm just flying around the world because it's been gifted and I'm running, and it's disappointing for those that really want to run one and haven't had the chance to run one because it's not gifted, and also for those that just, it's hard. Not everyone is built to run. So I think it's a case of, we need to respect those that do it for other reasons other than time.
We spoke about it with Mick on the weekend as well, didn't we? And I know it's not 1 for 1, right? But he's missed out by the skin of his teeth on a place. Yeah. But somebody's been gifted a place to run it in 4.5. 5.
Yeah.
5.5.
Yeah. That's it.
But hey, let's not get into any trouble this week, right? So Valencia and London, is it? London for Puma?
Valencia, yeah, and that's it this year. I'm in an ahhing whether to switch out my Valencia place for Amsterdam if their place comes available. I want to see how I feel. So there we go. I just want to do something new, run a new race, and I feel that whatever, it doesn't matter where you run it, just run it. So I feel that, and I know a lot of people run in Amsterdam this year, so I want to go with a crowd. So that is to be decided. And I also want to do a triathlon this year. So that is the next one for me.
Jesus Christ, man. You can't just chuck that in the middle. It's not like going for afternoon tea between marathons. A lot of sprint, full lot.
Well, I don't know the term. Again, this is how naive I am to all sports.
Here we go again.
What is the one you do? You do like a mile swim, about a 40k bike, and then it's a 10k. I don't know what distance that is. Is that a sprint or an
Olympic? Yeah.
Olympic distance.
That's manageable.
Yeah,
just chuck an Olympic try in, like.
Fucking hell.
But the thing is, I've got the run. I'll always be able to run a 10k, and even on a bad day, I can run a sub 45-minute 10k, which is above average. And then I've been swimming as part of my cross training, so I'd easily do a mile in the pool in sort of half an hour. Done. Just need to get on the bike now. So it'll be fun. And also it's something different, and it gives me an excuse to travel. I can go do it in the sun. Yeah. It's a win-win.
All right, fair. But let me warn you, I went to dinner, and the morning of the swim, I wasn't sure if I was going to come out of that sea. So please prep better than I did, right? But I was ready to die rather than pull out of it because I'd made so much noise about it for 6 months.
There we go. I get too stubborn to stop. That's my motto. So there we go.
So it's pretty simple goals then this year. Get that bag off Puma and beat it by 3 minutes, and then see what happens later in the year, I guess, again then.
Yeah, I think so. This year is very much about let's have some fun, because last year was very serious. I took off 13 minutes off a PB, which doesn't really happen to marathon runners. So I took 5 minutes off my London PB, and then 7 minutes in Chicago, which was just mind-blowing. I didn't even think I was going to be able to actually run a sub 250, and there we go. And this year, have some fun, enjoy it. If I can get paid for it, fantastic. I've got a co-sponsor also for my kit after Project 3 finishes. So all in all, just want to enjoy, and I do it. I want to get back into doing it for the love of it, because I feel that I've just been training, and you do get to that point where, Nikki, you've probably been there with the miles. You're kind of over it. You're just over it. You're like, oh god, got to go for another 10.
Well, it's the weather since December. It's been non-stop rain, so it's been a slog so far, but we're almost out the other side, in me. We're almost there. 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, touch wood for some good weather and less wind, and that's it.
Ain't it just?
Yeah, definitely. I have had an absolute blast having a chat with you, and don't go anywhere, because we're going to have a couple of questions before you go, but we'll take a quick break. But hopefully we bump into you in London. And if you do switch up to Amsterdam, we'll be out there as well. But
Thank you.
shall we take a quick break and then we do a couple of bits and bobs and then we'll let you get on with your evenings, all right?
Sounds good. Perfect. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are reverting back to favourites because we missed it so much, right, Nick?
That's true. Right, Dan. Nice and easy one. Couple of favourites. Let us know what they are. Favourite distance?
This should be easy.
Oh, 10K. 10K is always a good one.
Oh,
I was fully expecting marathon then.
Me too.
You've probably
Really? Oh no, 10K is that distance.
Yeah.
You can just grit your teeth and bear, you can just get through it, and it's awful.
Yeah.
It is awful, but it's not long enough to hurt too much, but it's kind of long enough to feel like you've actually justified a run. So
Yeah. Favourite race?
Chicago 2025, loved it. Best marathon out there, best major that I've done so far. Can't compare it to the others I haven't done.
It is a good one. I've done it. It is perfect course.
Yeah.
Fair play. It's brilliant.
Gorgeous.
favourite
It's
shoe?
gorgeous. Oh god, this is going to terrible. I love the R3 for racing, but a
course you
day-to-day shoe. Of course. But they've got me all of my PBs, so I cannot question it. But
No.
the next best shoe, which I shouldn't be saying out loud, but the Evo SL is such an underrated daily shoe.
What a shoe,
I
right? What a
absolutely
shoe.
love it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of love for it. I love it, but it did ruin my toes. I've had to get a size up now. Another pair, but yeah, great shoe. Great choice. Next up, favourite athlete?
I love Philly. So Philly Bowden. I like her a lot. I think she's
Philly.
just ridiculously real, and that's what I like about her. She's just so unattractive at moments on camera, but so raw, and I find her very amusing. Yeah, but outside of that,
Nice.
Queen of Speed, Keely Hodgkinson, you can't discredit.
Oh,
She's just a winner for all. So yeah.
Good shout. Last one, a bucket list race.
It's got to be Tokyo. Tokyo Marathon is up there, and that will be one of the marathons that I will do before I die, no matter how I get a place. That will be, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's really many others that I'm that keen on. Yeah, I think Tokyo would be special, and I would rinse it. I'd go for a month. I would ski. I would tour, and then I'd run the race and take then 2 weeks to tour after. So I would, yeah. It's just, and Tokyo has always been a dream of mine to go to. So
Class.
Do you want to tell her, Nick, or shall I?
That's the only one I need for the 6th, and I just cannot get in.
no way. I don't even know. Is there a qualifier
Yeah.
for it? Or...
Oh yeah, you got to run sub 2:30. That ain't happening.
Yeah, that's rapid. I wouldn't even know what the women's in. I'll have to check it out. Wow.
I have got a
That's really
chance
quick.
this year though. If I can run 2:42 in Boston, I will qualify for age grade because it's the world champs there next year. So fingers crossed I can run well in Boston.
You've got this. You've got this.
Well, this is my best chance.
If not, just pay what's that company that everyone goes with, the travel company?
Sports tours. I looked in.
God, it was ridiculous.
It's mega money, isn't it? It's mega.
Mega.
Yeah.
Right then, Han, what song are you going to add to our playlist?
Oh, what song? I'm a little bit upset.
I can't hear you now.
Can you hear
We
me?
lost Mike.
Now I can.
No, now I can again. Yeah, it went.
Yeah, I said I'm a little bit obsessed with Fred again at the moment. He's providing some good songs for my playlist. So I like Little Mystery, and what's his one with Jamie T at the moment? Everyone's on it.
Fred again could walk
Lights
past me in the street with Jamie T and I wouldn't know who they were.
It's called Lights Turn Dimmer or something. Lights Turn Dimmer. Put that one on there. I'm happy with that one at the moment. I like that.
All right.
Nice.
So Essex, isn't it?
It's so Essex, and I love it.
And who would play you in a movie of your life?
Okay. This I find really hard because I feel that you always represent what you think of yourself is very different to what other people think of you.
Yeah.
And I think I need a character that would be a little bit insane, but a little bit sane at the same time, just a little bit crazy. And This Is 40 comes to mind because she plays such a crazy character as I am. So Leslie Mann would be up there for me.
Very, very good choice. That was
Love it.
I really enjoy it. I'm glad we got you on, and I really enjoyed our conversation. I wish you all the best in London and wherever else, and I pray to God for you for the triathlon. And I'm also excited to keep an eye on you to see what you can do over shorter distances next year, hopefully as well. Nick, did we miss anything?
Yeah.
No, brilliant. Thanks, Sam, for the chat, and best luck again with Project 3 in London. Hopefully you get some nice wonga to take you to Amsterdam or Valencia and run fast. But
well, if I don't run Amsterdam, don't be silly. I'll be there in Amsterdam whether I run it or not. All the club is going, so we'll have to go for a
catch up
Tuesday afternoon once you've finished, and a big congratulations.
Yeah. We got a big group of us going. There's loads of people we know going. So there's going to be loads of South Wales there. So it should be, there's going to be people from obviously all the UK. I think it's gone so popular. It's sold out so quick. So it's going to be, like the UK there, take over Amsterdam.
Good. They're going to hate us. They're going to hate it. So bring all the riffraff in.
Anyway, thanks, Hannah, again for your time. And that's it for another week of the run. We'll see you on the start line somewhere soon.